Well, hello my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? I really wasn't going to make a video tonight, and I just want to share something with you that I just found. As you can see, I'm working on the Porsche. This is not an update on the Porsche, but quick update. I just working on the interior. I'll do another video on this. I'm getting ready to go take this outside to paint it. And I'm going to have to move all this stuff out of the way because I just found something. And I kind of want to talk to you guys about this because I have a little issue going on. Right now I got also my program directors on my back. Right, Felix? He won't say nothing when he's here, trust me. Want to put your hand right here and say hi to everybody? Go hi. Hi. He's being shy. Right? Right? Alright, so anyways, just don't go after the knives. We don't like children with knives. Let me just get all this out of the way. I'm sorry for wasting your time there a little bit, people, but this is just too cool. So I have a problem. I bet you guys do. We start projects, we don't finish them, we put them away forever. Sometimes we got to put them back into a box. I do this. This is a bad thing. I usually try to write on the box what's in the box, but lots of times I don't. Like there's a particular model I have been looking for years. I know I have it. I know it's in my stash. I just can't remember what box it was, and I really like to finish it. And it's a very cool drag car. I put a really cool paint job. I'll just show you right here real quick. And I'd love to find that model. It's still, I think I've mentioned it before in videos. If you didn't know, but yeah, that's not what this is about. But I started thinking about another video. There's Felix showing off putting these tires that we have nothing to do with what we're talking about. You want to put some more tires there? Hey, he's the program director. He could do what he wants. Put it right there. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Look, he stacked them up nice. Okay, so this is what happens. I start a project. This is a project I started in 1990, 91 area. I was building a model of a truck that I had at the time. Well, it was a really cool truck. I liked it. It has a sad story to it I'm not even going to get into. But I was building a model of that truck. At the time, the parts that it took to build that model was, well, let's say, really hard to get by. But anyways, I'm just going to show you. It's not this, but I just got to thinking about that model. I go, I think I want to finally finish it because it's like almost done. Where the heck is it? And I'm looking around my room, and I think I put it in this box because, one, I like this box art. I know this model is long gone. This is one of them box arts. I remember going to the stores back in the day when this was on the shelves regularly. As a matter of fact, let me do something here. It is so dusty. It's been up on the shelf for so long. Look at that. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Look at how we can dust that off. Ugh. I just dusted. I'm dust. Oh, dust. So, blow that off. Anyways, I just like the box art, so I like to keep it up on the shelf. But when I have box art that I like to save, lots of times I'll put a project in it. But this was, I kind of used my head. I think I put it in this box to kind of single that it was in there, but I wasn't for sure. And I'm kind of looking around my stash, and I was wondering where this kit was, and I grabbed this off the shelf, and lo and behold, it's in there. Oh yeah. Wait till I show this to you. This is just really cool. Okay, you see what I got going here? It's a GMC. Now, I had this 69 GMC four-wheel drive long bed. I bought it for $2,200 back in 1992. 91, 90, late 91, early 92. And I'm pulling all the pieces and parts out. Felix is helping out, bringing more stuff in, but hey, dude, we don't want to. I need to have room for what I'm showing here. This is sanding pad. These are tires. These are Felix's, so don't get all whatever. Anyways, so I'm just looking around here, looking at the stuff. Oh boy, yeah. And I actually had on that truck these Goodyear Wranglers. I had a set of those on the truck, and I had those type of wheels. I think those wheels came from, those are actually resin copies I made of a set of wheels that came out of the 78 Ford Bronco. I think AMT put it out. But that just shows you, but I seem to only have one of each, the rear and the front. But anyways, this is the cool part I want to show you. If you guys are familiar with the Fleet side, which they didn't do a GMC, what made me be real happy is at the time AMT re-released the GMC step side, two-wheel drive step side. So and I have a couple of grills I was playing with. Anyway, so look at this. I was trying to make a bench seat. This came out of this was the back seat out of a 70 Chevelle or 71 Chevelle. What? You're stealing stuff from me. He's really wanting to be a part of it. Anyways, I still have a couple of parts in here, but I think I got enough out here to really show you guys what's going on. So, this is how I came about this. It was kind of interesting. Look at the thing is very dusty. Anyways, I got a hold at the time. These were really hard to come by. Getting a late 60s, early 70s C10 kit back in 89, 90, 91. Frickin' possible. I found a Fleet side built up. And this cab, actually, this is the GMC cab. Look, it says GMC. So this is the cab out of the 72 GMC step side. And I got a hold. You can see that this is old vintage plastic, and it was a built up. I got a hold of the Fleet side all there from the from an old built up of a 69 or 70 Chevy step side, or I mean Fleet side.
You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
To do a four-wheel drive frame, wait, this engine is something I got to talk about too. Now check out, I was really proud of this frame. So I needed a four-wheel drive frame. If you guys are familiar with the two-wheel drive trucks, they were just a flat bottom with molded in chassis and all that stuff. That's not going to do for what I was doing. So I took two of the Blazers at the time. Was the Blazer that was this kit that I just showed you. And they did that Blazer with a monster truck chassis. So I took, of course, the four-wheel drive, stock four-wheel drive system out of that Blazer, and I took the frame out of the monster truck, and I cut the frame to stretch it. So I used two Blazer frames to make my one truck here. And everything I've mocked it up, and it all fits good. And you can see I was even doing some cool detailing. This is back in the 90s. This still looks cool. I would still use this stuff. I don't think I'm going to change any of that. I'll probably leave it alone, but I like that's the only time I've ever done that. Can you see that? Look at that. I found some, this is actual cable, like stranded wire cable that I used to make my emergency brake cable. How cool is that? That's neat. I think this is the engine out of the Blazer. I don't remember, but you know what? I replicated the engine that was in my truck. I even had finned Moroso valve covers. I remember I had it's kind of crappily done. I'd like to redo that. But these came out of the ASA Camaro kits. Those were fairly new kits at the time. So I harvested this Moroso air cleaner, which I had a blue anodized Moroso air cleaner. If I can find pictures of this truck, I didn't take a lot. I'll put some up here. But this is the way my engine, I actually built my engine for that truck, because my engine, it came with a 427 that after about a month of owning it, the rod started knocking, man. So I built myself a new engine. But I had the ram head horns, ram horn, exhaust manifolds. Those came out of that Blazer kit. So that was really cool. I was able to replicate my engine pretty good. Still looks pretty good. I'll use it. Here, I had a white front bumper, and I was trying to I wasn't doing a very good job. That's why I had another grill and bumper that I was actually separating, and hopefully I can get that a lot better. But yeah, so this is my GMC four-wheel drive. These tires came out of the Jeep Honcho kit from Revell, And I had these tires. That's why it was so cool. And this is actually, if you've ever watched, he stole a tire. You stole a tire. He loves tires. If you ever watched my video of one of my junk box going through it, I had a primered Revell Jeep Honcho pickup. These are the tires I harvested from that, built up a long time ago, and put other tires on it that weren't correct. Actually, I put the tires that came in the Blazer kit on that Honcho. I got the other 2 tires right here. Again, even back in the day, I did this like back in the 80s. I hand lettered those back in probably like 1986, 87. That's something I just enjoy in model building. I love hand painting stuff. Look at this, I'm scratch building. I'm sorry, I'm getting all over the place. I was scratch building a one of those toolboxes, because I had the toolbox. I had the white toolbox, so I still hadn't made the lids, but that was actually, I'd do it a little different today, but I could probably still work with that. How cool is that? Anyways, I just want to share this with you. It was just neat, you know, thinking about an old project. I can't believe I found it that easy. I just took a wild guess. Figured maybe I was smart enough to put in something similar that would point me in the right direction, that's what it was, which was, of course, you know, this Chevy Bandit. Remember that, if you guys were into models back in the 80s? And the Blazer was very hard to get a hold of, and this was like the last run for years and years and years, but for a long time they were doing them without the roof, and that was always a bummer, man. But yeah, so there you go. I just happened to just take a look, and there it is. This is actually a project I would like to finish. My original truck was yellow with a white roof. I'm not even going to get into this, but I've owned a couple of Chevys, GMC Chevys, yellow with a white roof, and they both ended in tragedies. I will never own a yellow Chevy with a white roof, ever. But I did love this truck, and I want to do a model of it, even though this truck actually was an incredible tragedy in my life. Something very bad happened in that truck, and that's probably why I never built the model. But this truck ended up in Mississippi. It was a bad deal. I was moving to Virginia, and I broke the axle right there, and it sent me. I had like a 73 Chevelle Laguna on a trailer, and I had this truck loaded with all my tools, some models. I was a mechanic back then, and I was going to work for my boss, Dennis. He'd remember this whole ordeal. And I rolled that thing in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and it sucked. And that's where the truck stayed. I never could get it back home. It was crushed. It was really not. I wanted to try to recover it. It probably really wasn't recoverable, but you know, it was a bummer. I only owned it for like 6-7 months, and I always wanted one of those. So yeah, you know, the pain's long gone, so I think I'm going to have to get back on. Not to mention it has that story to it. That's it. I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. Kind of a neat little story, neat little find here. I'm really, really excited about finding this thing. And my bodywork really wasn't as bad, because I don't know if I was doing a lot of sanding and fixing, because these fleet size came with this trimming here and there. You know, not what my truck had. So anyways, that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back in the box for now, but I think I'm gonna have to get back on this. Gotta find the rest of those wheels. Those are resin wheels, so I have a mold, so I can make plenty of them. Anyways, that's it. Thanks a bunch for watching. Go build model cars, because obviously you can see they're fun. Even if it was connected to a tragedy, it's something that happened a long time ago, and it's still, you know, the truck. I have some great memories about this truck. I got to get back on it. It really means a lot to me. The paint's gone, so I'm gonna have to redo this thing. It's just too cool. Alrighty, thanks a bunch for watching. Here's the producers.